Howdy, howdy, howdy. Hello, hello, and welcome, welcome, welcome to the Hoopla of Y'all show. I have a little special canine guest here. Brown is making a special appearance here tonight. And I am making a special appearance in the effort to create my goal of doing 50 shows this year. And so I am on, let's see here, we are on number 47. Oh my goodness, it's a good thing I don't have kids to try and tell them numbers. Anyway, I normally know those better. And this is show number 8 in a series of 11 of what I'm calling the moving series, quote unquote, because we are businesses moving from Colorado to Idaho. So this whole series has to do with moving, kind of like the stress, the project, all that kind of stuff. And the reason why I'm making this into a series is because, right now it's the holidays when I'm broadcasting this. So whenever you're watching this, it may or may not be the holidays. And, there's holidays all the time. So make up a holiday, whatever you like. Anyway, it's a big thing to go through in your life, and we all have big things. We have little things and we have big things to go through. And so it could be a pleasant event, but sometimes the magnitude of it is a lot. So anyway, tonight's theme is on asking. And so asking is part of the moving whole shebang there. Okay, so and also I'm doing a little bit of a new format, so I'm keeping this short and sweet and simple because with the moving process, I've got to get everything loaded up within in under a month now. So hi Tracy. Oh, awesome. So hi to everybody watching live, and you can comment. And I'm broadcasting live on Facebook and also live on YouTube. So feel free to put in the comments. As far as I know, the comments are enabled on YouTube. So anyway, and if for some reason if I can't type and get back on that way, but if I see something come across live, I will address it in the moment. So okay, so the asking thing. So I have a little story on this one. The asking, my husband, it always drives him nuts when we are out in the store and like we're looking for something, and I would like to cut to the chase and just ask someone where it is rather than sit and go la 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 la. And I'm surprised that, and generally speaking, and I don't want to make this in a blanket stereotype statement, but a lot of times, and I was a relationship humorist, so I did go on, use a lot of stereotypes, but I also reversed them, and that made them funny. But anyway, a lot of times men do not want to ask for help. So, and especially for directions. And I would much rather ask for directions because I want to shortcut the process. But it annoys him to no end when I ask for help. When he's correct about that, and when I say correct, he says there's no right or wrong. Yeah, he likes to win arguments. So, or discussions, shall we say? Anyway, so but if somebody says, oh, I don't know, or they take in that you've already done your due diligence of looking for it and they're not any more helpful than you've already tried, and so he thinks he can shortcut the process. So anyway, but so then in that case, asking the wrong person is like, my favorite is when like I lived in Chicago for a while, and one of my favorite things, and when I say that I'm being facetious, very sarcastic about this, which is also part of my Chicago background, and that is when you ask and you get the response, it's not my department. You just want to punch somebody when they say that. Not really. I'm just joking about that. Okay. In this show, we cover health, humor, and hooping. So this is the humor part. So I'm just being funny and joking. So, but I also come from a small business background, and that's the last thing you ever want to say if you ever want anybody back at your business. Now, if you are like a small corporate, small cog in the big wheel, the big machine, then I understand it's not your department and people shoo you out because you're not doing your job or whatever, maybe that's rough existence right there. But when you run a small business, you want to try and have the answers as much as possible. And if you don't know it, you go say, I don't know that, but let me go find out for you. And you go do, and that's part of the process is learning. So anyway, that asking process, it's not the easiest thing to do. I'm going to bring up one more little quick story and make this real quick. But when my mom had cancer, she didn't want anybody to know about it. And I said, I don't know where this wisdom came from, but as she would say, it's, you get hits and they're like little angel messages and stuff like that. So, it can act as intuition. It could be anything. But anyway, I said, tell everyone. And she just looked at me like, why would I tell people, why would you tell people your most vulnerable secret, your that vulnerable state? And the reason why I said that is because when you ask, you open up the opportunities for people to help you. So people generally actually do want to be good people, and so and if you don't tell somebody what you need, they can't do anything for you. And amazingly enough, information comes from all kinds of sources. So people came out of the woodwork and told her about different doctors, different healing modalities. They helped when we needed help moving our store. It really it separates out a lot of people when you just ask for help and you just don't even know. So also another thing, here's a recommendation that I have too. And this is one thing that I tell my students in class as well. And that is the universe cannot take a joke. So ask for, well, actually I set this up in a different way. See, now my 20 plus years of cartooning experience, I didn't set the joke up right. It's a piece of advice, but there's a punchline in there. But anyway, ask the universe for what you want rather than what you don't want, because the universe can't take a joke. But there it is. Okay, so there is the lesson with a little humor bit added in there. But seriously, the universe, like if you put it out there, whatever you focus on, that's what you put your energy towards. So put your energy towards, getting what you want, asking for what you want, but also asking the universe. Just puts it out there. I don't care if you write it down, if you tell people about it, put it on social media, whatever. If you put it out there and don't hide that little thing that you want, your little goal, your little or big goal under a bushel, you start getting help from all different sources. So that is really helpful. And then when you ask, people know what to give you. So let's say there's, like currently in the news right now, the fires in California, and a lot of people have lost their homes. Whatever the case may be, people need certain things, and that is, it may not be the things that you think to donate, but they might need some other things. So since it's around the holidays, maybe they need some help with Christmas gifts, or I'm sure they need some more basics. But one of the things that came up was that they wanted books donated, because some people are in shelters or in temporary housing, and they're, they need something to do to, just ease the mind. I don't want to say just pass the time, but, because I'm sure they're doing a lot of things to get back into a home and all that kind of stuff. But just, like that, you would think like the necessities are something that would be something that would be needed offhand, but by asking what they need help with, maybe you can pick out a particular family or something like that to help with. Anyway, asking is a really cool thing. So as I am doing this moving process, a friend of mine had asked, and she said, would you like some help with this? And I'm like, yeah, and she's been helping me out a little bit here and there when she can, and she has a lot on her plate. And it turns out that I'm thinking I don't want to ask her, because she's got so many people like asking for her help and for time, and apparently getting out of the house from, helping with everybody else helps her just shift of, thinking about some other stuff. So, where maybe she can help and do something about it, or what have you. But anyway, try that asking thing, because it really does work. Okay, on that note, I'm going to also make another actual recommendation. Oh, not that one. This one, Wintergreen. Okay, So let's see here. Can the camera focus on it? There we go. Anyway, the wintergreen oil. So this is a very strong baby. So this is a. I'm gonna open this up. Let's see here. Is this one even open up yet? It is now. There it is. Whoo! Yeah. So it's very. Some people equate this one to a very medicine-y smell, but this is great for when you need some help breathing. Because again, I've gone over like several tips and recommendations throughout this series. Peppermint oil was one of them. This steps up from peppermint oil. I don't know if you, I'm not sure if you would like the taste of this, but do get one that is like a food grade if you want to be ingesting it. But otherwise, you can use this. This is a great one for aromatherapy and to put in a diffuser or a steamer. So if you need to breathing, like let's say you need to clear out your sinus passages, wintergreen, whoo, yeah, is a great one to do that with. Just I think you could probably even mix this in with, well, because I've seen wintergreen toothpaste, mix this in with baking soda. And my grandmother used to teach me this trick. You put like a little baking soda in the palm of your hand, dip your toothbrush into it. And the baking soda is a great natural toothpaste that is, it has no fluoride in it. Go look up the problems with fluoride. If you think fluoride's a good thing to ingest, it's not. And when I say ingest, use it. It does exactly opposite of what you think it does, unless you're in the know of like what it does to your teeth and all kinds of stuff. And the fluoridation in our water is not good. But anyway, I digress. Wintergreen is a good, cool thing. You can use it in a diffuser. You can also put it in like a little a pump spray. And also, as I recommended, whenever you're using like an essential oil and adding water with it, so you just use a little bit. So like a small part, like a maybe 1 to 20, 1 to 50 of the drops or something like that. I don't really measure drops. I will measure drops out of here, but I don't measure drops in this section here. But do shake it up before you use it because it is an oil and you're adding water to it and they don't mix very well. So you want to do that before you do that so that your mix is dispersed better. So wintergreen is a really cool thing. Good for opening up the sinus passages, and it's good. Maybe that one will help you ask more. So all right, so I wanted to do a little laughter yoga exercise really quick too. So since this is the asking theme, we're going to do a little laughter yoga where we're going to raise our hand like you were in class. So we're going to raise the right hand, reach it up, take a nice deep breath in, and as you bring this down, laugh it out. Do this with me. Let's take the left hand, shoot it up the sky, inhale it in, and then laugh it out. Inhale it in, right hand, and then laugh it out as you bring it down. One more time on the left one, and we're going to take it up. Inhale it in, and then bring it down. Okay, and I'm just doing a short version of that. Normally I do another set on each side, but at the end of laughter yoga exercises, we take our hands together, we do this twice, we go very good, yay. We do that again, very good, yay. So laughter yoga is good. It's a great way to increase the endorphins, lower your stress levels, and increase the oxygenation when you're doing any kind of laughter. And yes, that is a fake it till you make it laughter. So you don't have to like, oh, I don't feel like laughing right now. Just pretend you're laughing. Just, I don't care if it's like, whatever it is. Start laughing, and what happens is, especially when you're doing it with like guidance like this, I mean, I don't care if you laugh at me right now. Just don't write negative comments and stuff like that. But because I try and keep it all nice and positive in here as well, and if you want internet trolls and all that kind of stuff, this is not your channel. So we're trying to keep it nice and positive. I try and give you good things to go. But the endorphins and getting that oxygenation in the cells, dis-ease cannot live within well-oxygenated cells. So that helps you stay healthy, helps boost your immune system, and it helps you recover from things too. So also, laughter, humor, those endorphins is a great natural pain medication. So if you're ever in pain, I'm always one, like, if you invite me to a hospital, like, to like go visit somebody or something like that, be prepared because I don't. It's not that I don't take things seriously, but I do, and the people that know me know that I try and make light of things because there's plenty of doom and gloom people out there that will commiserate with you. If you want one of those people, I'm probably not your person. But I am empathetic and understanding and have a big, huge heart, and I cry at the drop of a hat sometimes. But I also will try and find the humor in the situation to try and lighten the load. So yeah. I also have a really quick tip, trick that is cool. If you ever need to go visit somebody when they are down, especially in the hospital, wear a bright color from your waist on up. Because generally speaking, when you go in there and you sit down, nobody cares what you're wearing on the bottom, but if you're wearing bright color on top, it can be bright and cheerful. And so think about that when you go in to see somebody, and that will help brighten them because that's where they're looking, their eye level. So anyway, quick random tip. So all right, so I am doing the last 4 of my shows to make my 50 goal. Is I'm going to do a series of hoop moves that have to do with rolls. So I'm going to try and grab my hoop real quick here. And we're going to start out with something very basic right now. And this may not look like a roll to you, but it's a really good preparation move. And it is a balance move. So what we're going to do is I'm going to stand up with this because when you first start doing balancing maneuvers, and this is Brown. He's the noisy one. All right, Brown, you want to come up here? Okay. Speaking of balance, come up. Oh, yes. He's such a silly boy. Look at that balance. Look at that balance. This is how he rolls. Ha, 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 ha. So that's him asking for attention. Right there. All right, so what you're going to do with this balance maneuver is I'm using a small light hoop. And, okay, so you need to focus on this too. So I'm going to start with an open hand down below. And I'm using my right hand because I've really practiced on my right hand quite a bit. But what I'm going to balance, just kind of grab it with my left hand. Now the key to this is, okay, not having somebody like distract you from below. That's one key. You're going to look at the top center portion of the hoop. Okay, so as you're looking at this and you're balancing, so let's see if I can get in the frame here. Okay, so you're going to be looking at this, and you might need to move around a little bit to keep this balanced. And at first it's going to be like, ah. So, and why this is important with rolls is because when you get the balance portion, getting rolls is going to be a very important thing. So what a roll is like, well, that's me breaking stuff. But a roll is going across the body, and it is a version of a moving hoop balancing as it's moving across in a roll maneuver. Okay, so again, balance. So let's say, okay, so just to make this fair, I'm going to do this with my left hand, and I'm going to look at the top, look at the top, look at that top. And so I'm moving all around because it's not as easy. Some people can make this look really easy, but I'm balancing. So this is going to take some practice. It's going to take a lot of practice, okay? But I want you to try that. Also try this with a little bit of breath work too. So as you're inhaling, and then just exhale, nice and soft, looking at the top, looking at the top, looking at the top. Also, I like to do this while walking. That adds an extra level of difficulty. So if you already have balance down, I want you to try moving with it, like moving underneath it and doing some other things. So that is today's quick little hoop technique tutorial trick on balance. So, oh good, I'm keeping this on time and on track. So even though I threw in a couple extra stories. So we're just doing the one for one thing in here today. All right, so thank you so much for watching the live, the recording, whatever. And please like, the channel, the Hip The Hoopla channel, on Facebook. If you haven't already liked the page on YouTube, watch the videos. This is a series, so every episode is around 20 minutes ish, and it's jam packed with good tips and tricks. For all kinds of things. So whatever you're going through, there's tips that you might find useful. So go and watch those and hit the thumbs up on that, please. And because sharing is caring and it's good karma. So we always like having that come around. All right. So thank you so much for watching. I am Shay Rippinger of Hip the Hoopla and Little Brown over here. So rock on. Peace out. See you guys on the next episode. Bye.